Hey guys,
Hello.
we're here with Calvin this time.
Hey.
Well, it's just me. Evan's out doing something and
Unfortunately, you couldn't make it, so.
yeah. So the day before Thanksgiving, a Wednesday, Oldboy came out.
The remake.
The remake.
Yes.
The remake, 2013 version, directed by Spike Lee, and starring
The American version, which is actually a remake of the Korean original, which is actually a translation of the Japanese manga.
Yeah. And I have to say, in terms of coming into this movie, well, I've read the manga, and Calvin, he's seen the movie, so
Yeah, so what you're going to see today is two different spectacles. You're going to see one person who hasn't seen the original and has read the manga, and one guy who's just seen the original but hasn't read the manga at all.
yeah. Well, starting off, let's go with the basic synopsis of Spike Lee's version, I guess, which isn't really any different from. Well, there are small differences.
Well, there's slight differences, but it's generally the same concept.
So I'll just say that let's take a guy who looks like Jim Carrey.
That's a great start.
But he's not Jim Carrey. He's not funny, and he's basically that agent from if you have played the Hitman games. Like you know, he's like in the suit and everything, ready to beat the crap out of anyone he's been assigned to. Except Josh Brolin, he has hair. So, anyways,
I could try to sum up the plot in like 2 sentences.
Okay, I'm just simply saying like the equation here. So you have that kind of character, this really serious version of Jim Carrey.
This dark version. Think Jim Carrey except Batman.
Jim Carrey Reloaded. Okay.
Josh Brolin's been in a lot of movies actually though, so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen that many, so.
And then we throw in some Plato's allegory of the cave in there, and then basically he realizes the whole truth. Actually, no. Let's throw in some Saw Jigsaw kind of thing going on. It's like, hey, I want to play a game. Let's fuck with this guy a bit, okay? Yeah, he ruined me. So you know what? Let's just screw this guy over. So that's the basic formula of Oldboy. Of whether it be the manga, the original Oldboy, or Spike Lee's version. So
think
I guess,
Die Hard 3 except 1,000 times over. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's pretty much it. I'll have to say
for those who never seen or heard of Oldboy, either original or the remake, we probably should sum up the plot in like a few sentences. Right?
Go for it, dude.
All right. A drunken asshole gets confined in a motel room for 20 years. He doesn't know why, and he doesn't know who did it. So, one day he's let go, and he goes on a search to find vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Done. And there's more details, of course, but
we won't go in there.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil.
But the acting was decent.
It was decent.
I'd say it's above average.
It is above average for, I would say the typical Hollywood. Flick,
yeah.
If you know what I mean. But let's just say if you have watched the original, you know. Well, I think this is just a stereotype. I'm kind of biased, but I felt like the actors in the original were a lot more powerful in emotion. A lot more powerful. Like have you seen any Korean movies? Like
I watch a lot of Korean dramas.
Yeah, you know there's a lot of guys there that can lose their shit really easily, right?
Oh, too easily.
Yeah.
Too easily.
Yeah, the lead, I forgot his name already, but
For the OG Old Boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Changwook Park, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. But yeah, he was incredible. He totally sold the original. That's what he was like the main focus of the entire movie, and I actually felt like I cared for him more in that one than I did with Josh Brolin in this one.
Brolin, okay, yeah. But Elizabeth Olsen, I felt like she did a pretty good job in the Spike Lee version. What is it? What movie has she been in this year? I know she's.
I don't know that many actors.
But later on, you'll see Elizabeth Olsen in Age of Ultron for Avengers, and this is kind of my testing the waters kind of thing with her for Oldboy, and I find her she's actually a pretty good actor. So now later on in the future, when we're going to be watching Avengers Age of Ultron, I'm going to be expecting some shit from her. Okay. Some good things, yeah. Like Spike Lee, like in terms of, because this is his breaking away from his traditions of like
he's had a lot of
black like heritage kind of.
Yeah, he's
thing.
had a lot of movies about African American segregation and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, he's gotten a few Academy Award nominations.
Yeah, he's a pretty good director, so we expected at least to enjoy it to some extent, even if it is a remake.
Yeah, because the fanboy war is everywhere. I mean,
oh my god.
Let's just say IMDb has been. I feel there's like a loss of like identity there.
Actually, if you look right now, the original is 8.4. The remake is 4.2. It's exactly half of the original's ratings.
But let me be clear that this version, this remake of Oldboy, you're still gonna have fanboys, So yeah, appreciating the OG version, which, as I recall, you said the cinematography is absolutely brilliant, right?
For this one?
For the OG version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but in
totally.
Spike Lee, I felt like it was okay. It was still Hollywood standard.
I noticed they actually tried to imitate some of the originals.
Oh, I'll bet. Like,
yeah.
I could definitely see some of the Asian flair. Especially, okay, one obvious one is the fighting scene. And I felt...
oh my god.
Yeah, that
was totally Hollywoodified, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was something that definitely came out of, like, Bruce Lee's, like...
See, the amazing thing about the original was they tried not to edit it too much. It's
very raw.
It was a pure, gritty, realistic fight. Whereas this one, I don't want to try to spoil it, but you know how in Hollywood a lot of fight scenes they never actually make contact. So for safety reasons, they protect each other. There's a lot of these frame cuts.
Yeah. That
a lot of movies use to hide the real impact. So they can be like slow-mo for all we care, but it'll look really fast on camera. They pretty much abused that in that scene.
Wait, for this version of
yeah,
okay.
I felt like they abused it because you'll see his hits go really powerful, really fast, but they all have like the same emotion, the same motion, the same grittiness. That's very Hollywood affected. Whereas the original, it was just pure brutalness. In fact, I think several people actually went to the hospital after that scene.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, they didn't actually like hurt each other too bad, but they had to do like at least a very light contact in order to make the to sell
of
the
course.
piece.
But also keep in mind that this is rated R, so you will see blood no matter what. And you'll see a bit of Elizabeth Olsen action, too.
Comparing the two, actually, the amount of graphic and violence is about the same. I'd say so.
Hey, Samuel L. Jackson was in this, too.
He wasn't bad. He did it. He did his job, I think.
Yeah, he just did the job.
But I don't want to spoil it. The guy in the original, he's pretty menacing, though.
Yeah.
He has his own little unique character.
Hey. But Samuel L. Jackson, you don't want to fuck with Mace Windu, okay? Especially when he's got the whole mohawk going on, okay? And like he's got his whole pimp suit going on, okay? Still, Samuel L. Jackson, I appreciate the man, but maybe in this movie, not as much. Because he's just, I felt like it was more of a mercenary job for him to actually play in this movie. Even though I think you said like he was basically an Oldboy fan, right? Was he an Oldboy fan?
Yeah. I read it. I saw an interview. He said he watched it at least once a year. Oldboy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, he was determined to help on this project.
And like your friend or something like.
Yeah, we had a friend from New York. Shout out to Kazuki, and he got a pre-screening of this movie. He said
wow, a pre-screening? I thought it was like night, like.
No, he actually watched it in the same theater with Samuel L. Jackson. It's hard to believe, but
wow.
Yeah, I saw a picture too. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
I want a picture with Mace Windu. I mean, seriously.
Well, he didn't take a picture with him. He took a photo of him at the theater. They didn't actually like meet, I don't think.
He's the only Jedi to have the Kool-Aid purple lightsaber. Okay?
The Kool-Aid paper.
I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry for the connotation of being racist. But seriously, Mace Windu is just awesome. Hey, and
he's pretty badass.
But I'm beating the dead horse now. Samuel L. Jackson's just like meh in this movie. Who else that of course
here's what I just wanted to add something about Samuel L. Jackson's character. Unfortunately, I felt like in this one he was more two-dimensional.
Two-dimensional, yeah.
Yeah, at least in the original, they gave him a little more character. They had a little more background on him, and they actually changed his motives at one point. The way they twist the ending is also the way they twist his character.
Oh, we're throwing out the fact that there is a plot twist. So,
well, yeah. I think anybody watching this can already assume that if they've watched the original, there is that.
And that's basically what I'd say 40% of it makes. That plot twist makes up this whole movie.
And I don't feel like really spoiling it either, because technically the trailers and even just while you're watching the movie has already given the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already showing that there's a slight twist. Speaking of which, what happened?
What happened?
In the original, can I just state my opinion first?
Yeah.
It was okay. I was able to enjoy the movie, but I still feel like the original was at least 5 times stronger.
I'd say even the manga version was. I feel like if I watched the original version of Oldboy and compared it to the manga, then it would definitely
translate better.
Yeah, translate better. Because coming from manga to Spike Lee, like my comparison would be just meh. You're better off just reading the manga, because this take with Spike Lee directing it, I think it's okay, but then it's not to the standard of how epic it really is. So, read all 84 chapters if you can.
And watch the Korean movie.
Yeah.
Because the Korean movie has this really unique taste that not even other Korean movies have. For one thing, the soundtrack compared to this one is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I heard the generic Hollywood orchestras. I'm sorry, but I feel like I heard the generic.
Well, I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
Well, the original Oldboy was made like 2003?
2003. Yeah.
2003.
Exactly 10 years ago.
Exactly 10 years ago. So this is pretty much the 10th anniversary of Oldboy. Well, the movie version.
The reason why there's all these fan wars is because for most remakes, they're usually either really bad movies that got remade so they could be better, or they're really old movies that are supposedly fitting towards newer audiences. This movie...
It does fit the new audience thing, though.
It fits the audience here in America.
Yeah.
But the question is, how does the rest of the world feel about it?
Yeah. I think we'll have to, like, refer to the internet forums for that.
Yeah, we'll have to refer to the internet for that. But the point is, the reason why I feel like the reason why there's so much hate coming in right now is because it's only been 10 years. This is more recent than any other remake. Even the new RoboCop, I think.
RoboCop.
Yeah, even the RoboCop, that was like, what, 1990?
It was back
four?
a long time
before
ago.
I was born.
Yeah, before we were born. But the original RoboCop, I was kind of like, meh. Okay, I like cyberpunk stuff. Don't get me wrong.
I've actually only seen part of it because it was on TV.
Oh.
So.
But
back to the subject.
Yeah. Let's. I want to. So we did talk about the music and everything, right?
We talked about the actors. We talked about the soundtrack, the fighting choreography, the violence.
Cinematography was.
Yeah,
It's just at the standard. It's not the best.
Let's just say, if the cinematographer for this movie gets a nomination, then the cinematographer for the original deserves two awards.
Yeah.
Not just one Oscar, two.
I don't really expect this movie to be Oscar worthy anyway, so it's just definitely something to watch during Thanksgiving break, you know. Especially if you're hanging with the crew and everything. I'm like, oh, this seems like a pretty epic movie. We need some action. And like, heck, this week, in terms of action movies, all we have is Catching Fire, Thor 2 to Dark World.
Which is barely an action movie, actually. Catching Fire is a little bit of more drama. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it caters to the fangirls.
The
fangirls.
Yeah.
The fangirls, because you have the love triangles going on.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but here, if you have your boy crew over here, like we do, except not today, well then you might as well watch Oldboy.
Well, I would say if you have watched the original, try not to go in expecting it to be just as good, or
like this guy.
I actually came in expecting it to be satisfactory, at the most. If not, I would really hate it.
Coming in with expectations is probably one of the worst things you could do in media nowadays.
In any movie, actually, yeah.
But
sadly, that's a natural thing that everybody does. So,
yeah, what are you gonna do? Hey, okay, I'm just my final opinion, very absolute final opinion. Out of a rating of 10, 10 being the best, I'd give this like a 6.4. Really. Like, I didn't see the original Oldboy, but I read the manga. I'd have to say you'll just watch this if you're not necessarily bored, but you want to see get some action in your life, you know, and some thriller and some maybe like Game of Thrones action.
Game of Thrones and Oldboy. That is interesting.
Yeah, you know, it has that thrill factor to it, you know.
At least they showed the violence, like they didn't cover up.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal.
They didn't do like the Hollywood thing and like, oh, sick. Immediately before his swing, it cuts to a different shot where you can't see the head.
Man, but Samuel L. Jackson getting all cut up, man.
That was pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, just it's good. That's all I have to say for it. And
I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
All right, now we're just beating the dead horse.
Okay,
quickly moving on to trailers. We saw Walking with the Dinosaurs, which why this is a PG trailer showing up at a rated R film.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
it's kind of weird.
Unless you're
like
we're expecting dads to like bring their kids to the theaters and be like, oh.
It's like we just saw Land Before Time at a Die Hard.
It's pretty much the aftermath of Land Before Time, Walking with Dinosaurs. Okay. Do you remember the original Disney film Dinosaurs? Like very very original name. And creative. Dinosaur.
Most creative, innovative name ever. It changed history.
Yeah, of course, I'm not gonna be going into that.
Almost as creative as Steven Spielberg's sound effect for the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Which is a mixture of a rhino, a dog, and I think horse. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You have to look it up.
And then the next trailer, there was Wolf of Wall Street. We already talked about that.
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio. I mean, heck.
Playing his.
Hey, this is Gatsby version 2. Okay, Great Gatsby already showed up this year.
Except it might be better. I hope.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I won't go into it.
I probably should have done it.
I still absolutely love the I don't know why, even though right now Android is like, or Motorola is like, has taken the trailer music. What is it? Black Skinhead by Kanye West from his latest Yeezus album.
They've been using it a lot lately, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They have. But I don't know why. I just like that theme. I just love that theme, especially for Wolf on Wall Street. It just gives the very badassery feel. Like you just woke up in the morning and it's like, today is gonna be a good day, motherfucker.
If you think about it, there was a couple of shots in which they were just walking. But even when they're just walking, they're playing that music. It's like boss.
And then there's also what's that? Okay, what's that? Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, there's that new movie that
non-stop. Remember, don't fuck with Liam Neeson. Okay.
He's badass.
If you take his daughter, he'll come find you. If you take over his plane, he'll fuck you up.
Yeah, the top comment for that trailer on YouTube is like, so I'm guessing he will find him and he will kill him.
Okay. Puts on the shades.
Yeah, there was like his little sunglasses, his text icon. It was like, wow, really?
Yeah. Let's see. There's also that one with Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson. I forgot what
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams, yeah.
She's in a lot of movies.
I actually really want to watch that movie. I forgot what it was called, but I'm looking forward to it.
American Hustle, yeah.
American Hustle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I really want to watch that. I mean, it's by the same director of Silver Linings Playbook. I forgot who it was, but Silver Linings Playbook was an absolutely great movie.
I haven't seen it, so
you have to watch it. It's very good. It's very good.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. I don't use Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Let's see. Like I know Evan actually really enjoys Silver Linings Playbook, so he'll definitely enjoy this movie trailer, whatever we were just talking about.
It actually seems pretty good. Like based on the dialogue we heard, it could be an Oscar winner. No?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm
hey, but it's got an. I feel like it's got an A-rated cast. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then again, there were a lot of movies that had like A-rated casts and.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Las Vegas was a total flop. Okay, well we only have 30 seconds left. Last trailer. What was that?
Crap, I forgot too.
What was that last
We've seen
trailer?
it before though.
Yes, we
have.
have.
Pompeii?
Actually, we have 2 trailers left. We'll go into 30 minutes. Pompeii looks like a really crappy trailer. The trailer was fine. The movie looks crap. I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, I'm not picking.
It looks
that
like
up.
your typical generic catastrophe movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Get out of this damn city.
you know what would be funny? If they
Remember
had, like,
2012?
it'd be-
Day after tomorrow? Yeah, you're looking at Pompeii.
Oh my god, 2012. That was.
Yeah, and that was all
See
hype.
my review on Facebook, give Jeremy. Yeah, for those who don't know, for the movies that I either didn't have enough time to review, or I just didn't like that much, I usually reviewed them on Facebook rather than on Film with Fire. So
Yeah.
if you want me to post that, I might in the future. I don't know. But anyway.
Oh yeah, you might want to check out his channel later on.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Sweet,
CC
free
Shinobi, I
advertising.
think.
No, that's I have two channels. One's for my animations, and others for my film vlogs, reviews, short films. So it's actually Calvin C. Shinobi. I don't know if he's going to edit this at all. So
We don't edit.
yeah, okay. So
We never
Calvin
edit.
C. Shinobi.
We'll try to put the link in the description below, so it's
All right,
easier for you
thanks.
guys. Let's see. There was one last trailer, Grudge Match. Robert De Niro
We've seen it
and
before,
Stallone.
actually.
Yeah.
It's been played for quite a while.
I took a dump on your porch. Oh my gosh.
I really want to see that. This looks pretty funny.
It's an entertaining old man film, you know. It's definitely the evolution.
When's it coming out?
I don't know. It's definitely around December or January.
Okay, I hope it's December because I'm currently in a pre-requirement film class, and they lectured about the releases of specific movies during specific months. They say January is where Hollywood dumps the most crap.
Oh yeah, it's basically the red light films.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So let's hope it's in December.
Yeah, that's gonna be our.
Just assuming.
And then
Based off that.
this period is basically all the last minute Academy Awards section. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our review. So do your typical stuff.
Conclusion for.
For Oldboy?
Yeah.
You want, okay, all right. Throw it out there, dude.
Oh, I go first. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
Fine. If you're a fan of the original, try not to go in with too high expectations, and you might enjoy it. Otherwise, just stick with the original.
I'll just go with what he says.
Because I liked it to some extent, but there were many things that I want to point out later in my own little review that I feel like could have been worked on better.
Yeah. You'll find noticeable differences for sure between the OG and this Spike Lee version. But nevertheless, I would take a chance on it. Only
Try to give it a shot
if you're into it. Otherwise, pick up Frozen.
which we have yet to watch.
I plan to watch it this Saturday.
All right.
Misfits are gonna watch it this Saturday. So yeah. Although we were planning to watch it this afternoon, but you know, Evan's out. So
Yeah.
all right, that's pretty much it for our review. Do your
Alright,
typical
thank you so much.
typical stuff. Go onto his channel, check his stuff out,
Thanks for having me.
and yeah, talk to us. We want to hear what you have to say. Later.
See you guys.